When people think of the medical field, they mostly think about nurses and the doctors. They often forget about nursing assistants. Nursing assistants are the backbone to any healthcare facility. They are usually the first person the patient sees when they wake up and the last one they see when they go to bed, making sure every need is met. Although they are the backbone, they sometimes do not get treated accordingly. Nursing assistants and other major and important positions in the medical field go without the proper pay, resources, and respect to properly care for their patients. These healthcare positions should be evaluated and improved for the sake of the patients and the fellow workers who work in the poor conditions. Nursing assistants go above and beyond to give their patients basic care needed, such as bathing, assisting to the restroom, feeding patients who are unable to feed themselves, basic vital signs, assisting with ambulation, changing patients who are incontinent, repositioning patients, and the list goes on and on. Although nursing assistants help with such basic care, they are the ones seen the most frequently and begin to feel like family to the patients. Nursing assistants see their patients at their weakest and often an embarrassing time in their life. And they are the hand to hold through it all. They hold their patient's hand through the pain and the tears, knowing that they still have other patients to visit and other patients are calling for help, while the nursing assistants themselves need help with their large patient ratio they are responsible for due to low staffing. When in reality, just 5 more minutes with a patient can make their entire day. That 5 more minutes of nurturing can make a big difference, sometimes even more help than medication that can be prescribed. Staff-patient ratio is a major problem for most healthcare facilities whom hire nursing assistants. There are no laws prohibiting staff-patient ratios for nursing assistants or even nurses in the state of Kentucky. And I have a diagram of the states that do have laws for staff-patient ratios. On a personal standpoint, as a nursing assistant, I have had up to 28 patients to myself, and it's nearly impossible to care for these patients with that big of a workload. I personally know the struggle of trying to care for too many patients at once. It is honestly upsetting knowing you could have done better care if you were staffed adequately. Healthcare providers have too many patients for the proper care needed and are overworked to cover for the shortage of staff, initiating people to resign, causing turnover rate to increase significantly. Turnover rate for healthcare facilities is always on the rise. As soon as a facility trains applicants for the position, other employees resign, causing low staffing to act as a chain reaction. It's never ending. And I have employee turnover rates, and CNAs are at the highest. Some solutions to this chain reaction of low staffing is to provide a stable workplace to provide workplaces employees will not dread going to. Every time they work, employees who dread their work will not perform the best they possibly can, which hurts the patients and the facility. Work conditions that impact employees negatively are destined for resigns, which initiates the rise of turnover that we need to cease. Also, providing recognition for outstanding work efforts and thanking employees can help with work conditions and help employees feel more appreciated. Communication is key for employees. The nursing assistants need to be heard, especially since they are the ones who spend the vast majority of time with the patients. Although being a nursing assistant is a professional field of work, they are often disrespected. Nurses and people with degrees do not treat nursing assistants with the respect needed to perform their duties. Nursing assistants do not have a degree to perform the duties they are assigned. They obtain a license through a 6 to an 8 week course. Since they do not have a degree, some frown upon them, causing nursing assistants to lose their confidence in their job abilities. When understaffed, it is also hard to obtain help from the nurses whom you share patients with, because they think it's not part of their job description to perform such basic care. When nurses and nursing assistants are supposed to work as a team, hence the title nursing assistants. Likewise, some patients and patients' families can also be unruly and not provide the caregiver the respect needed to stay positive and properly care for the rest of their patients. Solutions to the disrespected aspect towards nursing assistants is an easy fix. Increasing communication with management and other higher positions can increase respect for one another, improving teamwork. Nurses and lower educated staff need to work together instead of against each other for the sake of the patients. Also, having educational courses to help deal with unruly patients and family members will increase nursing assistants' understanding on how to cope with the stress of unruly patients. Low pay for nursing assistants has always been an unrested problem for this field of work also. There has been an uprising of petitions for more hourly pay for fast food workers that I'm sure many have seen on the news. But what about the nursing assistants that live lives that depend on them for basic needs? Without nursing assistants, especially in long-term care facilities, some residents would possibly starve due to being unable to feed themselves. Financial well-being is compromised for nursing assistants and their family due to barely being paid over minimum wage. Although they deserve more than what they are being paid, the love to care for people still brings them into work. But for some, the desire to help the patients and go above and beyond to make them as comfortable as possible diminishes. In conclusion, being a nursing assistant is a very rewarding job, but sometimes it is a struggle to make it through a shift. With this proposal, I hope to shine some awareness on how hard nursing assistants work and how they need to be appreciated as much as we appreciate the nurses and doctors of the medical field. Nursing assisting is a great stepping stone to eventually becoming a nurse, and the experience is one that will never be forgotten. Nursing assistants are the backbone to the medical field, and always will be, and I hope one day that we will obtain the proper pay, resources, and respect to properly care for our patients.